another big news development this week besides all of these trials going on. What's going on with spending in Washington? It's still going on, to put it mildly. The House approving by the narrowest of margins a measure that calls for at least $2 trillion in spending, depending on how you want to count it. And again, the Congressional Budget Office saying it's going to be a lot pricier than it was originally billed. The read on this with New Jersey Republican Congressman Jeff Van Drew. He was not among those who voted for that measure. Joins us right now. Congressman, great to have you. Where do you think this is going? And were you surprised by some of your moderate Democratic colleagues, all but one, who went along with this and the higher spending tab that the CBO cited for this?
Well, you know, there's 2 points to this. And yes, I was surprised. I was very surprised. There supposedly still are some moderates, some blue dogs left. Although, you know, I noticed when I was on that side of the aisle, the tolerance for moderation and the tolerance for somebody more conservative was growing less and less. So I don't think there's much there anymore. But, you know, Neil, there's 2 important parts. What the CBO said, basically, this is going to cost more than the president ever told us. And I'm going to tell you it's going to cost more than the CBO is saying, because a lot of these programs have been shortened to make a smaller price tag for it in the immediate future. However, in a couple of years, these programs are going to have to be renewed. And very often when a program is put in place, as you know, it always gets renewed. Secondly, and really importantly, I think that people need to speak about more, in order to get, you know, the price tag or the numbers that you even want to get close to see, they have put in all these terrible programs. And I think we need to speak about that more. More taxes, more fees, more costs, more bureaucracy, paying tax-funded abortions, undocumented being granted amnesty, undocumented being given money, hiring 80-some thousand IRS agents to go into our personal accounts and really go after us. You know, one thing we don't need is a whole lot more IRS agents. So in order to be able to get any kind of an acceptable CBO score, which frankly I don't think this one is, you have to do terrible things. And what I mean, there are 2 pieces to this. What do you do to balance it out is terrible and something we don't want. So in my office, you know, BBB can stand for a lot of things. We call it the big bad bill. I wish somebody could do lyrics and make it almost like a Western song, the big bad bill, because it's bad. Going to hurt the country.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, Congressman. Obviously, you're not a fan of this. Virtually all of your colleagues and the Republican colleagues agree.